us today is Lawrence Bellido. How are you?
Great. How you doing today?
I'm doing well, thank you. Did I pronounce your last name correctly?
Absolutely.
Wonderful. I'm so glad to hear that I did finally. So you, sir, are the president of the Orlando Regional Realtors Association, and you are now entering the final quarter of your presidency. I would love to talk to you a little bit about your journey during your experience over this last year.
Okay.
And let's start by looking back at how it all started. As you enter this last quarter of your presidency, how would you describe the journey so far?
It's been an amazing journey so far. I love being president. I'm going to just put it out there for everyone, for the whole world to hear. I love being president. I love giving back to what I love doing the most, and that's being in the real estate business and being able to lead my 18,500 members through these trying times that people are so scared of buying a house or selling at this moment, and empowering my agents that there's still someone that needs a home. There's still someone that needs to sell a home, and we need to be the ones that help them manage through those fears, help them navigate through the market, and get them the right price for the home on both sides. Mm-hmm. There's a buyer that needs to put a shelter over their heads, and there's people that need to move, whether it's upgrading or downsizing. They still have a need for that.
Sure. Yeah. And that's wonderful that that's one of your passions, that you want to be able to help people do that. That's a big part in a person's life. Absolutely. Is having that home to be able to establish.
It's the biggest moment and the biggest purchase of their lives, and we have to be the ones that should be able to navigate them through the whole process.
Right. I think it's great. So when you first stepped into your role, what did you hope to accomplish, and how has the vision evolved over time?
It's crazy, but I always thought that, we could just unite every association, everyone together, and thought that would be like one of my goals this year, and how can I bring new technology and innovation. From where it started to where I'm at today, it's evolved way much more. First, you got to surround yourself with the right people that know what they're doing and are equipped to help you achieve your vision and your goals. So they met with me, the staff here at the association. We met and had a meeting at the end of last year, mm-hmm. to go over the goals and vision that I had. And
excuse me, so this was before you stepped into your presidency?
Correct.
Okay, that's
yeah.
Great.
So that way we're not, once you step into the presidency, look, we're here in September already. I mean, it just goes in a blink of an eye. So we met last year, and I laid out my plan and the strategic plan, and we went over it together. Then it's funny because during the year, throughout the whole year, there's new programs coming out, new innovation, new technology, and they're like, well, this is part of your vision. And I'm thinking, oh my God, yeah, that's right, we covered it. So it evolved into something massively huge. And now we're in a beautiful building, brand new, and we have so many things going on with the community, with events and technology. We have, we're getting in front of the whole AI craze. The artificial intelligence is here, and we want to be the stewards of that as well. People can find us online, and we're able to service those people once that happens.
Wow, so many amazing things that you've experienced in such a short amount of time.
Correct.
So let me ask you, looking back, what moment stands out as a turning point for you during the year of your leadership? And you just gave some really good examples, and I know it may be a hard question to ask, but what are some of those moments?
The moments that stand out are when the members come up to you and ask, could you do this again next year? And unfortunately, we only have one opportunity to be president, 1 year, and that's it. We're one term, and we have to pass the baton, per se, to the next one. So that's what stands out to me the most when someone asks me if I can run again for next year. And unfortunately, it's not in our bylaws to do so. And it's a good practice because we want to give everyone an opportunity to become a leader. And of course, they're going to go through the ranks of training and leading in other departments and before stepping into the presidential role.
So I want to make sure I understood. So there's no way, like let's say in 5 years have passed and you want to see if you can run again, you're not able to because of the bylaws, the way that it's written. It's only one term and that's it.
That's correct. Unless we change the bylaws and make it a 2-year term situation. But in my position, it's one and done. So I have to make this count. I have to step up every single day. So when I'm asked to make an appearance, if I'm asked to do an interview, if I'm asked to step in and give an opinion and do anything for the association, I'm always there because I already know my role is limited.
Sure.
And unfortunately, it is what it is. But again, like I said, you blink, we're in September, so I want to make the next couple quarters count.
Sure, absolutely. Yep. And it sounds like it's been such a meaningful and dynamic year. And I'd like to talk a bit about the impact of your work. And every leader has a set of priorities they want to advance. Let's dive into what you're most proud of. What are the key initiatives or achievements you feel most proud of from your time as president?
The morale. For being a tough market, the members here are so happy. Everybody's happy and they're cheerful because we're giving not myself, I can't say it's I did this, no. We did this as a team. We show them that we're here for them. We're here for our members. Mm-hmm. And we provide opportunities for education, opportunities for community events, and ways that we can give back through foundations. And the energy that's just going through our association is so positive and so happy. And when I meet people, I attend their graduation from some type of designation. I'll attend those and tell them congratulations. They're so happy that as a president, I'm there to make an appearance.
Sure.
Also, I welcome new members. We do a new members orientation. So it's one of my goals to be at every new member orientation, unless if I'm traveling out of the country or something. I'm there to welcome our newest members and bring them aboard and just to let them know, I was in your seat at one point. Mm-hmm. And when I sat in that chair, I had so many questions and there's so many things I did not know. And I explained to them that we're here for you. As an association, we want to see you succeed. We want to see our membership grow, and we can only do that by empowering the next person over.
That's wonderful.
Yep,
and it's really good for someone that's new in this profession to feel that sense of community. So it sounds like that's really important for you.
Absolutely.
To bring that sense of community for new members.
It's the only way. It's not about our personal beliefs, but it's more about what can we do to help out our members.
Sure.
And that is my personal belief, actually. So I'm a little contradicting myself, but I do make it about the members, and they see that. And when you make it about the members, it's hard to fail at anything because you're making them stronger, and we all succeed together. We all grow together.
Teamwork.
Absolutely.
Makes the dream work, isn't that what they say?
That's what my past president, Rose Kemp, would say. Absolutely.
Oh, really?
Yep, that's her slogan last year.
I love it. So how have those efforts impacted ORRA members and the broader real estate community in Central Florida?
Technology. It's here, innovation. So we do a Tech Tuesdays, and you should see the classes are always filled up with a different educator here, explaining how to do social media better, how to improve on getting AI to work for you, which is kind of scary because AI could do anything nowadays. It's amazing. It's replacing other search engines and stuff, and you can see what a benefit AI is for our members. So we want to get in front of that. We have an education department that brings cutting-edge educational classes for our designations from a state to national association level.
Oh, wow.
And it's just so much stuff that we do here for our members, and we just ask them, get plugged in.
Sure.
Go to the website, look at the calendar, see what class is going to benefit you in your niche, in your community, in the neighborhoods that you cover, and go take that class to make you a stronger agent. And by the way, we're also doing things in Spanish as well.
Oh, that's great.
Absolutely, yeah. So we have the initiative of communicating with people that speak Spanish and English, and I think the next language is going to be Portuguese. So we have a huge member base that are from Brazil. So we are also starting to accommodate their language as well.
Oh, I think that's so important, especially in Central Florida. With the diversity here, it's important to be able to offer the classes and the sessions in multiple languages.
Correct. We even brought in Toastmasters. Toastmasters is here in our building. So every Wednesday, without a beat, it went from 6 to 8 members when I first attended to now 30-something people. So that's going to make you a strong speaker when you can speak like that freely in front of so many people and improving on your presentations.
Now, do they offer the Toastmasters in English only, or do they also have it in Spanish or any other languages?
That's an excellent question. We also have it in Spanish as well. So we do both on the same day, twice a day. Spanish and English.
Oh, that's great. That is so good to know.
Absolutely. We welcome anyone from the public as well. They want to appear.
Wonderful, wonderful. So were there any long-term projects or programs you were able to set in motion that you hope future leaders will continue?
Absolutely. We implemented the new lockbox exchange, Century Lock. We brought that in this year, and we're hoping that's going to be one of our long-term changes that we made over the years. And it's a great technology that we use to access our properties that we have listed, and we feel it's going to continue growing. So that's just one of them, one of the many. And again, innovation, that's one of my visions of improving our members and the way they can do business. So that's also another long-term project. And it's my duty to help my president-elect to take what I've brought back as a vision and for him to expand on it and make it much better.
Oh, that's excellent.
Absolutely.
So you'll be able to collaborate together.
Absolutely. And just like my past president did for me and like the past president did for her, and so on. All we have to do is just follow the previous leader's goal and vision and improve on it.
That's wonderful. And,
Absolutely.
So success, obviously, success doesn't come without any of those challenges.
Success already has a path in front of us. We just got to walk it.
Of course.
Yep.
Of course. So let's talk about some of those moments then. About the success and even sometimes those challenges that you may see. I mean, because leadership often involves navigating that unexpected, right?
Correct.
Unexpected
Yep.
moments. And how has that shaped your presidency? Because we know every presidency comes with challenges.
Absolutely.
What were the toughest hurdles that you and ORRA faced over this past year?
It'll sound crazy. Time. There's not enough time to do what you want to do. And it's unfortunate because there's so much that I want to accomplish. So I'm hoping to pass the baton to my president-elect and have him continue that vision and to the future presidents as well. So time is the biggest challenge that I've found out this year. And it's going so fast. It's been a whirlwind, with everything that's been happening in our market today. Us going to the state level and national level to advocate for our members, for local issues that we have, whether it's flood insurance policies that are rising so much, or housing affordability, anything like that we have to advocate for. There's just not enough time. So we just have to keep going and pushing forward and make sure that we're all aligned in our vision and goals and making it about the members, because at the end of the day, the members are the ones that are going to help out the community and get them to a house or sell a house.
Sure.
Yep.
Time
is the biggest
essence.
factor.
Oh,
that is
my
the biggest
goodness.
challenge that I wish we could just, put time in a bottle.
Yeah, right?
Absolutely.
That would be wonderful.
My favorite Jim Croce songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how did those challenges shape your leadership style or perspective?
When you realize that you don't have much time in this world or in what you have to do for work, you appreciate the little things. You appreciate everything that you've done so far moving forward. You appreciate the people that's helped you. There's a lot of gratitude, and that was my message the other day to my members, my Florida Realtor directors, is the only thing I have to say is I just appreciate you guys. You guys have done so much, and when people say I'm doing great, no, it's the people around me that are doing great, and they're helping me get to the next level that I need to go to. And that's just been my platform all year, is just moving forward and improving anything that I can. If I see that there's an issue, we address it immediately. And once it's addressed, we move on.
Yeah.
We don't sit there and dwell on it and think, oh, what would I have done different? We already know what we could do different. We just keep improving after that.
Sure.
Yeah.
I think that's great. That's a great way to be.
Absolutely.
To be moving forward.
And it puts you in a balanced life.
Sure.
Zen, and you'll have peace.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you could go back to the beginning of your presidency, is there anything you would approach differently?
That's a great question. If I could do it all over again, just understand a little bit more of the corporate structure of how business is done behind the scenes. Maybe something like that. But you learn everything along the way as you go. You pick up on it very fast. So there's really not much I would change from when I first started to the point that we're at today.
Oh, that's great.
Not much at all.
Well, good.
Yeah, I'm happy with the way things have turned out so far. And the only thing I have to really practice on is getting more sleep and time block for that. So, but I became a master of my calendar. I book things out. And so people are asking me, so how are you doing, life in presidency and business? No, it's all
scheduled.
It's all scheduled. We have our interview today. Later this afternoon, I'm going on 2 listing appointments.
Okay.
That's it. I time block and moving forward.
That's wonderful. So again, time.
Absolutely.
Time is of the essence.
Time is of the
We're
essence.
going back to that time. It's
Absolutely.
so important.
And always get to the point. You know, people that want to meet to do business lunches, sometimes that's not really necessary. How about a coffee? Something that can be very fast and brief. And let's get the message across. How can we help each other to move forward?
Sure.
And you should be able to know as soon as you start talking with a person how that meeting's going to turn out. And usually all my meetings are great. I wouldn't take a meeting if I didn't think it was important. But if someone comes up with a great idea, I want to listen. I never pass anything up because that could be the game changer for someone else's life.
Sure, absolutely. So let me ask you another question. I want to transition on to looking at like the bigger picture of the industry itself.
Okay.
The real estate landscape is always changing, and Orlando is such a unique market. From your perspective, how is the Orlando real estate market shifting as we close out the year?
It's going to shift for the better. It's growing, and a lot of people are sidelined right now because of interest rates. Again, I always recommend don't use that as a strategy. I went to a seminar hosted by NAREP, the National Association of Hispanic Real Estate Professionals, and there was a retired woman from New York, real estate agent. She was from the Dominican Republic, and I remember she got up there to speak, and she said, "I've been in business for 30 years, and the number one question that people ask is, when is it the right time to buy?" And of course, 200 people are there just on pins and needles. Like, what's going to be her response? What's the script? Her response was, "When is the right time to buy?" She said, "Now." One simple word.
Now.
I was floored, and she said, "Now is the right time to buy. If you wait, what are you waiting for? You're going to lose out the opportunity of your dream home. If the interest rate is high, that's fine. It's going to go back to a different interest rate, whether lower or higher. But at least you lock in that day, and if it goes lower, you refinance." And I never thought that right there was such a game changer for me to the way I look and approach business. When people ask me when's the right time to buy or sell, now. What is the situation that you're in? Depending on your situation for the customer, what works best for them? Do they need to wait a little bit? Of course, yeah. Then wait a little bit. But if it's an option to buy because you need a place, don't wait. Just get it, and you will be able to refinance. And as a matter of fact, banks will always want to refinance you because they want to keep the loan in-house. So they're going to send you literature and say, "Hey, listen, we've noticed that your house has gone up in equity, and we want to refinance your house, and we don't want to, you're not going to pay anything out of pocket. So you end up with a lower interest rate. I'm down to like 2 3/4. It's amazing.
Wow.
When we first bought it, 5%, I think. And then the bank called us. We didn't have to pay for anything.
Oh, wow.
So just, of course, it depends on your bank.
Sure.
Don't use that as a measuring stick or a standard that oh yeah, he said this. No. Make sure it's whatever your bank wants to do. And again, they want to keep the loan in-house, so they will definitely contact you to refinance. So.
Oh, well, that's great.
Absolutely.
That's great, because I feel that a lot of people sometimes just feel intimidated because it is such a huge purchase, and you want to make sure that you're always doing the right thing for yourself. And so knowing this information and guiding people along the way is important.
I'll tell you, I'm going to put it in perspective so people don't think I'm just promoting other realtors. If I was to move to another state or another city, I will contact the local realtor there and interview with them and ask them to get me the best deal they can possible if I'm going to relocate and buy. Why? Because they know the neighborhood, they know the market, they know what would be best for my situation. And of course, you got to interview with them. So always go to a professional for that. There should be no fear when you hire the best to do the best job for you. Always go for that. And
Good advice.
Absolutely. I see a lot of people that I'll do it myself because Google or YouTube showed me how to. Big mistake. That's just like going up to WebMD and diagnosing yourself with some kind of ailment, and you go to the doctor and the doctor's like, nothing's wrong with you. So yeah,
that's true. That's a good analogy there.
Absolutely. So let's hire the right people for the right job.
Sure.
Don't cheap out, because if you want the best, then you get the best when you pay the right top dollar, and always interview. That's it.
Absolutely. That's important.
Absolutely.
Things that people need to make sure they realize. So ORRA has also had an advocacy and community role. What strides do you think were made on the fronts during your term?
Communication. We just did a state of the real estate market in Orange County and Seminole County, and we had a lot of the politicians show up right there to see our presentation. what I think that was amazing is that anybody from the general public could have attended, and if they see someone that's in their district, that represents their district, they could have gone up and talk with them, ask any questions. They were there to field any questions for us.
Yeah. It's nice to see that when they come and attend these events.
Absolutely.
So,
it's important to them because they want to go out into the community. They only have one set of certain hours per day that they can fit into their busy schedule, so they can't see everything.
Sure.
And people can't complain about stuff if no one's listening to them,
right,
or can't hear them.
Right.
So you have to go to the right channels, and I think that was just one of the best opportunities that someone can come out and say, hey, there's a situation happening here. I remember many years back, there was a light that was blinking in one of the streets off of Orange Avenue, and I spoke to one of the representatives that covered that area, saying about 2-3 months later, it was taken care of. It was resolved.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
all because you
just spoke to, yeah.
You spoke to the person.
Absolutely, and they didn't know. They had no idea. They're like,
Yeah.
oh wow, there's a blinking light there, and it's just a regular traffic light. It's a regular traffic light that just kept blinking. And for those that are questioning it, was in Meadowwoods, just in case.
Okay.
And so if anyone that's from the Meadowwoods area is going to remember that blinking light that was just going on and on off of Orange Avenue and Landstar. So
Okay.
yeah,
Well, that communication is key.
correct.
On so many things. So communication. I
Absolutely.
love it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So how has ORRA worked to strengthen the relationships with the Central Florida community under your leadership?
We get out there and join different chamber of commerce in the area, and we give back to the community by getting out there and extend support. We had a community event a couple months ago, and it was a great turnout. We had went to a talent show for Orange County Public School System, and brought some of those talented individuals over there to do some performances, and has a couple food trucks out and had vendors out there and games and everything like that.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Absolutely. Yeah, it was really cool.
That's really
Yeah,
neat.
it was a good event.
Wonderful. So those broader industry and community efforts will certainly shape your legacy. You know, so let's talk about that as well. As your term comes to a close, many members are curious about what comes next. So as your presidency winds down, what do you hope your legacy will be with ORRA?
My legacy, it's funny you say that, because I want to continue the tradition that was first started 104 years ago, and that's taking care of the general public. I just want it to continue and just be known as, that was a really great president that listened to his members, that was there when they needed him, that was there to show up, picking up debris after a hurricane. I was out there lifting logs, got to get my hands dirty. So I signed up for the job, and I knew what I had to do to move forward. And my legacy that I want to leave is that we started a new form of doing business and helping people out, giving back to the community, educating our members, and at the same time, some of our consumers that have questions, they can always come up to the building and have a meet and greet with one of our many members here.
If someone in the community wanted to do that, do they have to first call or go on the website and request a meet and greet, or can they just walk into the building and request to see someone? Is there always someone here?
There's usually someone here floating around. I would always recommend call ahead of time. Just say, hey, any realtors in the house? And I'm sure one of our staff members will say, yeah, we have a realtor. I see someone walking in and out, because there's people that take meetings here already. And
okay.
And if not, they can contact their favorite realtor and meet here at the building as well. We have we have a lot of office space that they can meet at.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Absolutely.
So hopefully people will do that. It's a lovely building.
That's what we're hoping for.
What advice would you give the incoming president to build on what's been accomplished this year?
Well, the good thing is that the incoming president, we see eye to eye on everything. We've been a team for many years. When we first started as newly elected directors. So we've been in this journey together for a very long time. And I know that he's going to have a great vision of continuing expanding on what we've all built on together as a team. So the only thing I ask, and it's not really an ask because I know he's already going to do it, is just continue working with the members. And he's always there when I'm meeting with members. I can see him and I'll pull him in and say, hey, listen, I want you to meet our incoming president, President-elect Chris Atwell. He will be the future president, and he's going to continue the traditions and the vision that we had with our strategic plan.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful.
Absolutely.
How do you envision your continued involvement in ORRA and the real estate industry moving forward?
So there's opportunities to continue working with ORRA, and I'll continue doing so. Whatever my presidents or directors or committee members need any support or advice, I'll be more than happy to help anyone. Like I said before, I'm very accessible. My number's on the website, so if anybody needs to reach me, I'm very accessible. I just ask, don't call after 9. it's my time of sleep, and so that's the way I'm going to give back, is just continuing being there for the members and everyone in general. Also, there is a state level opportunity that I'm looking to continue at the Florida Realtors, and if it takes me to the national level, I'll also be ready to take that challenge on if that opportunity opens up for me.
Well, that's a great segue, because I wanted to ask you more on a personal note. I'd like to know how this experience has shaped you. And, leading an organization like ORRA is more than just a professional role. It's also a personal journey. So what has this experience taught you about yourself as a leader and as a professional?
It taught me that I'm ready for the challenge. It taught me that I'm ready to step up when needed. I was asked many years ago to step up to become a leader, and by doing so, I ended up here as president. And it just showed me that when you believe, you can achieve. Mm-hmm. And when you definitely set your eyes on a goal, you can definitely accomplish that goal. And it was crazy when I first started many, many years ago, about 26 years ago. I remember looking at the president at the time and thinking, oh, that'd be kind of neat if I was the president someday. Sure. But never did I imagine that I'll actually be the president. And being the second or first male Hispanic descent president being voted in. So everyone has an opportunity. You can't say that it's just blocked off for a certain group or individual. Everyone in this planet has an opportunity to do what they want to do in their lifetime. And I hope that that's a legacy I leave behind as well, is inspiration.
Sure.
Inspiration and empowerment, that if you put your mind to something and you want to do something about it, it can be done. And there are people that are there to listen.
And that's very motivational, very, very motivational. I'm glad to hear you say that. So are you thinking about maybe going to the next level then?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Absolutely, I do, because I still think that there's a lot of work to be done. And all the associations have the same type of goals, mm-hmm. Making things better for their members and leading the state in advocacy up in Washington.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Absolutely.
Is there a particular story, moment, or interaction with members that you'll carry with you beyond your presidency?
The interaction, it's because I'm very humble. So for me to just walk in and I'm one of the people. That's how I look. Mm-hmm. That's the way I look at myself to everyone. I want to make sure that everyone knows that I'm your friend. But when I walk into a room, the reaction that I get is overwhelming. I'm not used to that, and of course I embrace it, and I use that as an opportunity to speak and get to know people. Mm-hmm. Up when the president is here, I'm like, where?
Really?
And I'm like, oh, that's for me. They're talking about me. Oh my God. Yeah. So it's sure. It's very humbling, and I've just come from a background that my family and I, we started from nothing. I mean, absolutely, we came from Panama to Chicago with nothing. I can remember it, and I can still remember it to this day. And just the things that we grew up with, our parents, my parents just being there and always supporting and giving us love all the time and telling us you can do whatever you want in this country and just keep going.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, thank you.
That's wonderful. When you look back at years from now, what do you want to remember most about this chapter of your career?
That I made a difference. I made a difference in the lives of our members, and our members made a difference in the lives of the community, their customers. Mm-hmm. They were able to achieve their goals, their plan, help them grow their family, help them grow their business. We also are involved in the commercial side as well. I just want to make sure that when I leave this place, whether it's on a state level and I look back at our association here, that's much better than when I left it, much better. And that the presidents at the time are continuing the traditions and the legacies and growing their legacy through all our wisdom and teachings.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for your time. Is there anything else that you would like to share with the audience?
Absolutely.
And please feel free, you may look at the camera if you would like to. And
absolutely. And I always recommend this, like I said at the beginning of the interview, if you want to get the best in life and you need something done for you, don't go online and do it yourself. Hire the best. And our hope is that you come over and speak to one of our many members here at the Orlando Regional Realtor Association, also known as ORRA. Contact one of our members and interview them to see how they can help you out with your home purchase or home sale. That's my message for you today. Thank you.
Wonderful. Well, thank you, Lawrence. We really do appreciate your time, and we wish you all the best in this last quarter of your chapter as president, and we can't wait to see what the future holds for you.